Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Happy Monday morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing okay. To everybody who's tuning in live, thank you so much for taking time out of your Monday morning. I know sometimes Mondays can be a struggle, and right now, currently, it's also raining in the place where I am. So I hope you're all taking care and powering through this Monday morning. But I'm so excited to be here with all of you because in just a bit I will be welcoming some very, very talented guests today, and they recently released two songs from their newest EP, Change in Volume 3, which are called Out of You and Enough. So I'm really excited to talk to them about music, life, and just everything. So everybody, please welcome to MYXclusive off Mercury. Woo!
Hey.
Hola.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. We can feel the vibes now on a Monday morning, everybody. So, good morning to you guys. Definite mood, no? Yun talaga yung energy na kailangan natin on a Monday. But welcome, guys. Welcome to MYXclusive. Before we start, I'll just have everybody introduce themselves to everybody who is watching. Ayan.
Hey guys, my name's Nathan. I'm the vocalist. Hello. Good morning, internet people.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm the drummer.
Good morning. I'm Angelo, the bassist.
And we
Yes.
Together we're Hello. Hello.
Off Mercury.
Clap.
Of Mercury.
We are clap.
We are clapped now.
Yeah, I was gonna continue. Hello, everybody. I'm Sam, the interviewer. So, yeah, welcome, everybody. As you can see, Monday morning, we're doing great. We have great energy. Like I said a while ago, I hope you're all taking care. No, medyo maulan where all of us are. So I hope you're all okay. Pero kamusta naman kayo guys on this Monday morning? How was your weekend? How are you feeling after the weekend?
Well, it was fun. This weekend we came from a party. Gio and I came from a party. Daniel was invited, but he didn't go. So.
Oh, why didn't you go?
No, I have a different party naman. No, naman.
Cool.
I was with my family naman.
Not different
Friends.
party.
So hang out with parents. Yeah.
Family is first.
Yes. Gabi yung I have a different party. Sabi ko, wow, cool guy. He's a cool guy.
What a guy that guy, no?
I love it. But that's good to hear. Now, you guys enjoyed your weekend. It's always important. I also hope you got the rest. That's also important during the weekend. But if not, that's okay. Bawi na lang throughout the week. But I'm so excited that you guys are here, of course, to talk about music and also how you guys have been. So in terms of like music, we know you have a lot of exciting releases very, very soon. And you also had a couple ones just very recently. So how is the music making front for Off Mercury these days? I know during the pandemic, diba, medyo mahirap. But since with things picking up again, how has it been for you guys?
Well, it's been actually pretty interesting. I think since everyone's coming back into the whole gig life and the easing back into the idea of crowds and audiences. I think it's a very big adjustment after 1 or 2 years of lockdown and precautions. So I think like for the guys, I remember having the first gig having our first gig. We were still trying to figure out what we were doing up on stage, but to be able to play again. I think the exciting part and everything, it's all there. So it's a little bit of a rough thing, still adjusting. So all three of us are still
Mhm.
adjusting, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine though, especially when we go back to things now, we are used to, and then kind of going back to it, easing into it, I think is a little bit difficult at first, but it's just a matter of time, obviously.
Yeah.
But were there moments na in that first gig, or like the first few that you had again, now you're like, oh my god, yeah, like what's happening? Because sometimes you just kind of have an out of body experience. You just like,
Right.
okay, this is actually happening. So did that happen for you guys during the first few gigs again?
I think, yeah, diba? We were
Mm.
fatigued. Pagod
I think like we were
We're
fatigued. We
like-
were so tired after that.
or parang a few
After that.
songs in, we were like, wait.
Yeah.
I think like the fourth or third song ba, parang napisip
Yeah.
namin, ano ba na nangyayari?
Yeah, that's so true. I've had artists saying nga na parang hindi na sila conditioned to like perform on stage again because it's a whole different
Very true.
exercise, eh. 'Di ba?
Very
Like
true.
it's very physical, like obviously performing in front of people. Feeling ko as an
Yeah.
audience, we don't really think about it. But after getting to talk to a lot of artists, they're like, I'm not tour fit anymore. As in, yun yung sinasabi nila, like,
Yeah,
like what
same, bro.
even?
Tour fit.
Same.
Yeah. But it's only a
Yeah.
matter of time, you guys. You will get there. I believe in you.
Thank you.
It'll,
We're
Thanks,
yes.
thanks.
baby steps.
Baby steps. Tama, one day at a time, sabi nga nila. But I'm also curious to know, since we've spent a lot of time, no, in obviously at home, a lot of us have discovered a lot of new things, like in terms of interest, hobbies, and all of that, but also music. Ako personally, parang nag-widen talaga yung music, taste ko, during this time. So for you guys, like, are there certain, like, new things you do with your music these days that have shown how you guys have grown also in the last like year or two?
I don't know din. Siguro baka Daniel can expand.
Actually, no, to be honest,
He's
for
that
the last...
classmate.
Grabe.
Yung pinapasa.
Recitation.
Ito report, no?
Happy Monday.
Sir,
Uh,
si Daniel po.
yeah. That's a good question.
No.
I think Daniel can answer.
No, but actually for the past a year and a half or 2 years, because before our previous one, we didn't really know what we're doing, to be honest, because we're just a band coming from college. We just want to play and we just want to do things what we feel right, what the sound is right. But now we know what our direction is. We found our growth through all of the years na magkakasama kami na band. We found the sound that we really wanted. So with this volume, well, from this volume 1, 2, 3, and coming to our releases in the future, it shows more of our growth, really, of our direction as artists. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very tumpak. Tumpak yung I don't know the right word. My brain is not functioning right now. Pero tumpak, I think, is the best word for it. Yung parang title ng EP ninyo, which is changing, right? Like, it's you guys also changing over the course of time as, an artist or artists, which I think is really, really interesting to see also. So if you could describe yung sound ninyo, like right now at this moment, like as of Mercury, how would you describe your sound? Like, pretend you're someone who has never heard your music before and you listen to it for the first time. How would you describe it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Ng Nathan and Mercury.
Ano?
Di ba yun yung singer ng Nathan and Mercury?
Labo.
Kaya natin to, guys.
Paano ba? It's kind of hard parang every time people ask us, even before we when we were Nathan and Mercury, when people ask us what our genre was, it was kind of hard and tricky to talk about. Because like, especially during the whole pandemic, we were in a state of flexibility and fluidity. So whatever worked for us or whatever happened in the
Mm-hmm.
production and songwriting process, we just flowed with it. So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't really like have a set type of sound, or not specific sound, or not set type of ano parang chord progs that, oh, this is Latin, oh this is, we're leaning towards rock.
Mm-mm.
Parang we just
Mm.
Mm-mm.
thought whatever was creatively, and that creatively sound, and a type of sound that complements each of the other elements. So I guess right now, if we were to put it in a genre, I guess you can say that we're kind of leaning towards more pop, R&B, hip hop, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
we do
Mm.
have other genres kasi in other songs that we have that don't really categorize as that. So I I guess like for us, it's whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a mood. You're in a mood there,
What a mood,
whatever
diba?
it is. Like it is what it
Whatever it
is,
is.
Yeah, which
It is
I
what it
think,
is. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is a definite mood. But I really like, your recent releases also, like with Enough. I thought
Thank
it
you.
felt very like familiar and also very current at the same time. It's like it has a familiar
Okay.
feeling to it. I don't know if that makes sense. But like to me, I thought it was very, I don't know,
That's
that was
fitting.
very familiar. Yeah, like it was something that I feel like a lot of people can, kind of relate to also, which is a sound a lot of people can relate to, which I think was really,
Mm.
really interesting. But also, since it's your first time here with me on MYXclusive, no, I'm also really curious about your name as the three of you of Mercury. I know there's a little bit of history behind that. So, kwento naman kayo guys about the history of Mercury, the
Uh,
I volunteer
sige.
name.
Nathan Wang. Ikaw
Nice.
unahan na
Yes, I
kita.
Thank you.
also volunteer Nathan.
Thank you.
I choose
Uh,
you.
anyway,
Yeah.
uh, uh, I we were so before we were Nathan and Murky. Of course,
Yeah.
like it came from coming from that, and I think we were really young. We
Mm,
were very new into the scene. I guess you can say
mm,
that there were a lot of things that we were trying to figure out for ourselves, and who we
mhm,
are, and what we're trying to achieve, what our goals were as a band. Uh, so with all that pre-pandemic for about 3 years, 4 years, we've been trying to figure out who we are. So we were doing gigs, doing projects, doing stuff, not without a proper uh without a proper like description of what our identity was. So during
mm,
the pandemic, when we actually decided to quarantine together and write songs, we came into this sort of new wave and new discovery of us that we didn't know
mm,
that we could tap into. So along the way, we decided to change the name with more substance compared to Nathan and Mercury, because honestly, Nathan and Mercury was supposed to be a joking name that turned into the actual name. So
yeah.
uh, when Of Mercury happened, we decided to have it with a little bit more substance. And basically,
Mhm.
people were asking us before, or fans would tell us like, of Mercury, is it Mercury because of the planet Mercury, because you're
Yeah.
or even because your music is out of this world. Mga ganun, like,
Wow.
but
Wow.
wow. But right now, I think, like, I guess we can say it's actually the chemical element for us, where it's fluid. It's how we work. It's There's a little bit of fluidity with our music, that we're very open to try out new things. So I guess like one good example is that we also released something with Crazy Donkey called New Highs. So that kind of
Mhm,
paved the way for like the EDM, electronic dance music genre, that
mhm,
we don't tap into, but we did. So
mm,
with with of Mercury, the of I think three of us really decided that we wanted to be more of a collaborative band. In other words, like, we want people who like collaborate with us. We want to be able to share their creativity with us, and we can support in that area. So whether it be music, or in the arts, or in digital arts, in whatever we want them to have a sense of feeling that they are a part of Mercury. So that's why we put of Mercury, because we want to say, like, for example, you, Sam, it's you are Sam of Mercury. So, you know.
Oh, wow. I love that whole aspect to it. Parang ano, it can apply to many, like people can be part of it too. And I love it. Nathan came prepared this morning. Oh, diba? Five-star
Diba?
recitation for
Talks of
Nathan.
positive report, no?
Oo. Parang exam, graded recitation. No, but that's really interesting,
May konti ka po ako dito. Hindi joke.
Oh my goodness, nasa
May
notes
index
pala.
card.
No.
Index card.
May
Oo.
index cards.
Oh my gosh, you
Ah.
maliliit the index card. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, flashbacks to college. But
Diba?
that's so cool, no? Kind of documenting also the changes that you guys went through in the past few years and making people part of it then, of course, by sharing the music as well. Which brings me to your most recent releases, which are coming off of Change in Volume 3. And you obviously, if there's a Volume 3, there must be a Volume 2, Volume 1, which you've already released in the past. So for Changing Volume 3, how is it compared to like the previous two chapters of this like EP universe you're all creating? Like how is it different from the first two? Is there a difference or what can we expect from this one?
Hmm.
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 Ask Daniel. Joke.
I was waiting for the cue, bro.
Okay, fine. Oh, yun pala eh. Di ako na.
Yun na yung cue. Yun na yung cue.
Yun na yung cue.
No, for Changing Volume 3, it's more of the songwriting itself. It's more of the messages. Kasi for the past Volume 1, medyo, and Volume 2 are something different. For Volume 3, it's more of our what do you call this? Our own take on our own personal lives. It's more of ano tawag doon? It's more intimate. There you go. That's a word for it. It's songwriting wise, it's more personal to us. So those are the pinaka difference. Volume 3 versus Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah. I think like apart from all the other volumes that we did, this is the most emotional one that we have. So this is the most emotional volume. So we really, and to be honest, like when we were trying to curate what songs we want in the releases, it so happens that Volume 3 we were able to set it as the emotional volume because most of the emotional songs were there. So to be able to pull that off was very very fun. It was unplanned until later on we realized, shoot, it's an emotional EP. So
no, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, did it start out as want you guys wanting it to be emotional, but it just so happened that when you curated everything together, that's when you saw that it's a little bit more on the emotional side, which I think is good timing. During the end of the year, I think a lot of people like to get emotional, because they like to reminisce. Also, I don't know, it's raining also these days. Like today, diba? We're about to get emotional, you guys. So I think it's right. It's right for the timing as well. And I mean, people have emotions. They can really relate to these things. Like I keep saying, like kanina, like with Enough, felt very familiar to me for some reason, which I think was really, really interesting. But before we talk about Enough, I think we should talk about Out of You. So can you tell us more about Out of You? Like, what is the story behind it? What was it like creating Out of You too? Since it is a little bit more on the emotional side of things.
I think that came out of frustration that we have overall as a band. I think we came into a year where we did so much stuff early into the we fresh out of college. We kept on doing gigs, bar gigs, mall shows, and many more private events, and we just kept on grinding and kept on doing. We had a lot of front act opportunities prior to the pandemic. So with everything that was happening, we actually lost the idea, or not lost the time to actually create more music. we lost the time to actually create and be a little bit to kind of like step back and think about who we are and talk about our brand, talk about our artistry. So we just kept on because there was too many stuff going on. So we couldn't put we couldn't set a certain time for writing, for making new music. So out of you, basically we were actually referring to time and how we were running out of him or her, or I don't know, or unidentified. I don't know.
It.
No,
It.
it it. So I don't know. We were trying to figure out how to place it in our lives, and knowing also that we also had our own personal stuff going on, like our own personal lives. We had the family. We have brothers. We had sisters. We had a girlfriends to take care of. So I think like with all of those piling up, we didn't have like a lot of time to set aside, something that will actually expand more of our sound. So I guess that was the song of frustration for us.
Oh, I love it. 5 stars again for Nathan. Which, I mean, a lot of us can relate to also that kind of feeling of frustration, especially running out of time, running out of it. I feel like a lot of us can definitely relate to that, especially at that time in our lives. No, parang we want to do so many things, but we can't necessarily do everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting to hear also in the music and to see also coming from you guys. Very honest, coming from you guys, because we hate to admit that we don't have time for everything, but it's really true. Like we have to really prioritize and all of that. So that's really interesting to hear about out of you. But I also want to talk about Enough, which I obviously have been talking about a lot, because I've been listening to it recently and I thought it was just really, really good and really, really cool. So could you tell us more about Enough and like the story behind it, and what was it like creating the song too?
Uh, I think like I think there was a moment well, this is actually more of a personal song for me. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but this is more of like the idea of in your relationship with a person where you feel like you're not worthy to be in or to be a part of
Mm-hmm.
because of how
Mm-hmm.
because of the mistakes that you made in the past, or maybe there
Mm-hmm.
at some point you screwed up in at some to some point and to some end, and you
Mm-hmm.
feel very undeserving of that person's like love, that person's genuine love for you. So uh but you realize in the long run on how much that person actually unconditionally loves you
Mm-hmm.
no matter the mistakes that you've made. And I think that's more of that's why the lyrics can go, I'll never get tired, or I'll never get enough of your love, because that's something
Mm-mm.
that I cannot like understand for myself. And I know I screwed up a lot of times and I'm not worthy of that, but for you to love me just the same, that's and that's something that I will never get enough of. So
Mm-mm.
that's basically the whole message of Enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also something a lot of people can relate to. Sometimes we like to self-sabotage, especially when we're in a relationship and all of that. And it's just something that a lot of people think about too. So it's really interesting to hear that you guys, or well, specifically Nathan also, um, was able to reflect that in his music. And Nathan disappeared, but I'm sure he'll be back very, very soon. Nathan, don't worry. We're okay. You got this. Happy Monday. But along with the release of Enough, there is also a music video, diba guys? So tell us more about the music video too. Kwento naman kayo about how that was conceptualized. I thought it was really interesting to the music video itself. So what was that like, the music video?
Ako ba? Wala si Nathan eh. No choice
Wala si
eh.
Nathan eh. So like,
I have a unstable Wi-Fi. Hello. Okay.
Hello. Ayun, you're back.
Hello.
Nathan,
may
si
feedback
Nathan.
lang.
Mm-mm.
So yung music video ng Enough. So nung nag-conceptualize nun was kami and Lunchbox. Shout out Lunchbox. Sila DA. Yeah. So we conceptualized that. Like
I think yun yung feedback ni Nathan.
It's okay ka lang.
Hello.
Anyway.
Okay na ba?
Oh no, Nathan, are you there?
Okay na ba?
Nagpi-feedback lang.
We can't see you, Nathan. If you can hear us, you can be... Yan, okay, there. Go, continue. Nag-quit na lang siya.
So yeah, we conceptualized it. To be honest, we didn't really know what to do
Okay.
as for a music video with the song. So we opted for something na totally unrelated to the message of the song. Tapos may nangmumulto kay
Yun nga eh.
Jared, which was yung actor namin, si Jared Cross Pinto. Parang minumulto siya. Parang siyang ghost hunter. Like, he had the gear and everything. Pepe Silvia siya sa wall, if you understand that reference from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made him do that. Para mukha siyang baliw na parang meron nga ba talaga? Kasi sa video wala. Pero nagwawala siya. So parang what is happening talaga?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. No, but I thought it was really it was cool. Okay, go ahead.
No, actually, it was really just it. It's more of the creative direction na lang rin with DA. Kasi most of our MVs, all of our MVs actually, are really driven by DA and his team. So, shout out to them. Sobrang galing lang rin kung paano nila na twist. Even though it's really hard to leave the actor without anything, diba? Na parang minumulto lang. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a great job on turning it around.
Yeah, it was really cool. As in, parang I was watching a movie, that level. Like, oh my God, ano maglalabas? Like, something gonna pop up. Alam mo yung parang, like, jump scare, ganon. But I thought it was really, really cool. Because it was different from the song, which I thought was really interesting. So, to everybody tuning in, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood ang music video ng Enough of Mercury, you guys can check that out. It's available on YouTube. It has like 53,000 views right now. So, keep adding to that. Yeah.
I don't even know our numbers.
Yeah.
Quick trivia lang rin. Enough is really the most dark thing or dark sounding song we have ever made. And nag-complement pa yung MV because it's really the most, kasi most of our stuff is light, happy, funky, ganyan, lively. But Enough was really the most darkest. So, actually, nakita namin first draft na MV, we're like, parang wait. Parang horror. Hi, Mr. Huang.
Si Nathan pala yun ang mumulto sa music video.
Are we in that conversation na ba? Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about the music video.
Yeah.
Ay, nawala yung boses ni Nathan. You have no audio, Nathan. I'm so sorry. It's just one of those days.
It's just one of those days. Hello?
Nag-feedback lang, Nate.
Yeah.
Walang, talk lang.
But yeah.
Just go ahead.
But yeah, that's Enough, and that's the MV of Enough. So guys, please do check it out on YouTube.
Yes, make sure to check it out. Yeah. Very interesting, like what Daniel said. No, it's very different from their past releases. It's one of the darkest, if not the darkest, that they've had, which is always good. We love to hear new things as well. And we can't wait for all of the future releases as well. No? So what else can we expect coming from Of Mercury? I know you guys have a lot of things you're excited for us. So what else can we expect coming from you?
Go. Our frontman has left us.
Yeah. So we have a new single coming out soon.
Yes, short but sweet.
We Single coming out soon. Yan.
So if you guys didn't catch that, they have a new single coming out soon. Okay, make sure to check that out. But for now, of course, let's listen to all of their music that's currently out, available on all of your favorite digital streaming platforms, and yung mga music video and nila is on YouTube. But before I let you guys go, may message ba kayo to everybody who's tuning in, but also everybody who's been supporting you and your music and can't wait to see you live. We had a couple of comments a while ago saying that they wish to see you guys in a gig very, very soon.
First of all, thanks for just having us in the show, and to all of our supporters, thank you for still listening to our music. Nakaka-enjoy lang kasi you guys are tuning into our music and that we love to do, and kayo rin nadadala kayo sa what we do, so it's really amazing. And yeah, please just keep streaming all of our songs. May please talaga, but yeah.
Polite eh. We're polite. Say
We're
please.
polite, but no, please,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys can stream it on all digital platforms.
There you go. There you go, guys. So once again, make sure to stream all of Mercury's music, available on multiple digital streaming platforms, and make sure to check out their music videos, especially their newest one, For Enough. It's available on YouTube. Just search on Mercury and you guys will find it there. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us here today. I'm so sorry, Nathan. We can't hear you. I just read your lips. It just said hello. Right? Did you say hello? And thank you. Yeah, there you go. You said hello and thank you, which is a vibe on this beautiful Monday. But thank you so much, Nathan, Daniel, and Angela, for joining us here today on MYXclusive. It was great to have you, of course, reflecting all of our moods on a Monday. Always great. So thank you for joining us, you guys. And thank you as well to everybody who tuned in to this MYXclusive interview. Once again, this has been Sam with 2Ms and Mercury. Thank you, everybody.